A Toronto man who claims to have committed all sorts of atrocities for ISIS while in Syria during the past 4 years wants to come home. But how is it even remotely possible that this thug might skate if he's repatriated to Canada? 2 words: Justin Trudeau. Meet Muhammad Ali. No, not the former world heavyweight boxing champ, rather the current world-class terrorist chump. Ali left Toronto some 4 years ago to join up with ISIS. He has bragged on social media how he loves to play soccer, especially if the soccer ball is the decapitated head of an infidel. He openly cheered the death of Nathan Cirillo, who was massacred by an Islamist in Ottawa in 2014. And he has recruited others to join the death cult as well. But according to Global News, Ali was captured by Kurdish-led forces a few months ago, and the Kurdish authorities want to return Ali to Canada, along with about a dozen or so other Canadian ISIS fighters, plus their wives and children, of course, all of whom are languishing in custody and are evidently getting really bored. So suddenly, Canada is looking like a really swell place to live after all. It should be noted that Mrs. Ali, presumably suffering from buyer's remorse, is very much pining to return back to Canada. Check out what Mrs. Ali had to say in an interview with Global.
And now winter's coming, it's gonna get more cold, and I already have very severe asthma. My kids are gonna get more sick. That's nothing.
Aye, winter is indeed coming, Jon Snow. Methinks you'd better shop for a fur-lined burqa, honey. In the meantime, here's my response to that Oscar-winning performance. Yep, folks, this is the world's smallest violin playing a little ballad. As for the kids, they are indeed innocent bystanders in this mess, being raised by a pair of monsters, so bring them back to Canada and place them in a foster home. Hey, anything is better than being brought up by those 2 creeps. But what is really troubling is this: the RCMP is reportedly struggling with what sort of criminal charges, if any, can be laid against Canada's version of Jihadi Jack. Attention Dudley Do-Right, ever heard of this thing called sedition or treason? Until recently, we did have a tailor-made solution for garbage like Ali. You see, he's originally from that paragon of peace, prosperity, and democracy known as Pakistan. And under the Harper Conservative government, a law was put in place in which a dual-citizen Canadian who committed an act of treason or terrorism could have their Canadian citizenship revoked. But that law was amended when the Trudeau Liberals got in because, according to Justin,
Mr. Harper, a Canadian is a Canadian.
Sorry, Justin, at the risk of coming across as an Islamophobe, I think a more appropriate statement is a terrorist is a terrorist is a terrorist. But that's the thing. Justin can't even call these people terrorists, can't even call them militants. He's referred to Canadians who go abroad to commit terror as, quote, foreign travelers, end quote. Yeah, foreign travelers. Hey, say, Hamed, how was your little holiday? Oh, it was great. We toured the countryside, bought some delightful handcrafted souvenirs, even managed to slaughter a few non-believers. Canada has some choices when it comes to Ali and his odious ilk. We either let these sewer rats rot abroad, or we have our special forces kill them while they're abroad, just as France does. Or if we have to take them back, we ensure they rot behind prison bars in Canada. Do not pass go, do not collect $10.5 million, do not go to a native healing lodge. And if we can't do any of that, then our laws pertaining to terrorism are worse than useless. Because giving the kid glove treatment to Ali and company is only going to further embolden future homegrown jihadis as well as our mortal enemies abroad. Not that Jihadi Justin seems to give a rodent's rectum. For the Rebel.media, I'm David the Menzoid Menzies. Hey folks, the Rebel has a new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.